guys enjoy this video, remember that you guys should subscribe, ring that notification bell, and follow me over on social media. You can also join the public CalPals community Discord server in order to chat with me and the other members. If you want to get some awesome rewards and support us directly, take a look at our Patreon. Some of these rewards include early access to all of our videos, from reactions to discussions, as well as being able to have us react or discuss whatever ship, theory, or topic that you want. Now, on to the video. So the big question that all of you guys are asking, and literally everyone is asking, because we got the book early, my Twitter mentions are full of people asking, is Coco gay? And so that's what we're going to talk about in this particular video.
Because there was leaks and they're like, well, but
sort
is
of,
it real
so
leaks?
it wasn't leaks. So what happened was there was a preview of the book out for, I guess, Kindle or whatever.
Oh,
there was
okay,
a preview.
for like the
There's
Google
a preview
thing?
on a website to read the first chapter or something. Or the prologue or something. I don't remember. The first 3 chapters maybe? But anyway, there was like this leak going around.
Because I noticed it was very early on.
Yeah, it was very early. And so there was this leak going around where Velvet is like Coco was known for breaking her records at the combat school and breaking girls' hearts. And so people got into a shitstorm about that. Because some people were like, oh, she's breaking girls' hearts because she's not gay and she can't date all these girls that would like to date her. And I was just like, really?
Is that
That's
your
the
logic?
interpretation that
Your
we're
logic
going
is that
with?
everyone else is gay, but not them?
That was what one person, somebody else was like, oh, you know why she's breaking girls' hearts? It's because she's going after all these men.
Cardiac
She's so
surgeon.
No. It was like, oh,
and so, by the
Coco.
necessity of doing a double bypass surgery, you have to break people's
Coco is just so
veins,
popular with
but
the
not
men
hearts.
that
But
all
you
of
know,
them
it's
want to date
there.
Coco, which breaks the girls' hearts. So that was the 2 arguments.
I love that. That's a weird argument.
Coco
of like, I'm
turns
not.
girls down, right, because she's not gay. And then the other argument was, oh, well, she's breaking girls' hearts because she has all the men.
Because she's. But I'm like, you could just be like breaking dudes' hearts. Like, it's implied. So yeah,
right?
that was dumb.
It was dumb. It was dumb discourse because people were being stupid on purpose. And I feel like this is a case of people can't read or they don't want to because they're like, oh, well, we don't have enough context. Let's wait until the book comes out. Right? And I think that's so ridiculous because you can clearly see here what it means. Because if a guy is a heartbreaker, we all know what that means. It's not that, oh, guys are breaking other dudes' hearts because he gets all the ladies. Like, no one says that.
That is, that you're creating a new phrase
that
or
doesn't
new meaning
exist.
for this
And
phrase.
so,
It does not exist.
Let's talk about what actually happened. So Coco, that's like, I counted all the time something gay happened in this book, and I may have missed some just because like.
It was mentioned quite a few times.
It was mentioned.
It wasn't gratuitous. It was always like funny.
It was
or
natural.
Had
it was
natural.
put into the book. So first of all, she can't stop staring at Carmen, which is one of the new characters.
She was like, she's
we can't
gorgeous.
stop staring at Carmen.
Well, because Carmen is gorgeous.
Carmen is pretty hot.
Is
right?
the idea that like she's attractive and everyone else is like schlubby.
Yeah,
and
especially
covered in dirt.
Bertolac, which is her.
Yeah, it's like a freaky green looking dude.
Her dude that is with her. They're both partners or something. And so like there's Bertolac, who is clearly like schlubby with his green goatee or something, and then
listen,
there's
you
Carmen
say schlubby, but he has to dye that
with her
goatee.
beautiful dark skin and like her hair and like her freckles on her cheeks. So Coco is the one who heavily describes Carmen. That's like gay point number 1, that she can't stop staring at Carmen, and people will be like, well, maybe she can't stop staring. No, shut the fuck up, because then Carmen's like, oh, I'm from Atlas. Can you imagine seeing me in a uniform? And Coco's like,
I can.
yeah, right.
Which would be like which would definitely feel like that would be a sun line or like a Neptune line.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
You could see like other just be like,
you could see straight people doing that. Is what I'm trying to get at. Like, oh, I could picture Weiss in an Atlas uniform.
So preemptively, if someone's like, it's unnatural, I'm like, yeah, that's an archetype. She's like kind of jockey. Like it's that's
you know
just
what
an
I mean?
archetype.
And so those were the 2 ones. Then there was obviously combat school, like breaking girls' hearts. Yes. Because she rejects.
Came in a little later.
Girls or something. The other one was, I think it was something like I can't believe I thought you were cute. I won't say who she says that to, but she says that directly to someone. So that's a gay point. I want to just check.
There's also one time when she was talking about a different character named Iris.
Oh yeah, that was the other
There's
one.
Iris Mayello, who's just like, yeah, she'd been really cool. She's good in a fight. Flower crown. Annoying voice though.
Yeah, so she's like,
I'm not looking for a girlfriend.
She went to Pharaoh's combat school. She saw her, but she's like, I'm not looking for a girlfriend. not right now, so I'm
So.
running in another direction, basically. And she says that she's cute. Right, she says that she has a cute Fowler clown, she's a cute girl, and, you know, she's not looking for a girlfriend right now, she's looking for a combat partner, right? And
she's
so
gay.
people are going to use that as like, oh, see, she's not looking for a girlfriend, she's not gay, and I'm like, she's not looking for a girlfriend in initiation. That is the context of that line, is she does not want a girlfriend while she is trying to beat people up. Like, that's the whole point, you know what I mean? And so she's so clearly gay. Like, if I can't believe I thought you were cute wasn't enough, Neptune has a bad habit in RWBY of hitting on the gay people. Because remember, Neptune's like, Ilya, didn't see you there, get it? Because you're a chameleon. And so Neptune is just like, you guys look like shit, but you're always a sight for sore eyes, Coco. Right? And so I feel like it's this running gag now that Neptune just hits on the gays, because why didn't he hit on Velvet?
That's true.
And so it's
and
like,
Coco's pretty gay.
He's a gay magnet, right? So he's just sticking to whatever gay and he's just like, hello, Coco, you're always a sight for sore eyes.
Which he also hit on Weiss, which has, you know, different...
Interesting implications if we... Is this deductive reasoning or inductive reasoning?
Inductive, because we're looking at evidence and we're coming to a conclusion.
Yeah, and so he hits on Coco, he hits on Ilya, therefore Weiss must be gay. Anyway, so Coco is gay.
But when I heard that, I thought that the book was going to be like, oh, it's going to be like a Velvet Coco thing. That wasn't the case. They were just all like, they love each other, but it's very, obviously someone has feelings about Yasuhashi.
Yeah, so here's the current discourse, and I don't appreciate it, okay? Yes. Velvet and Yasuhashi seem to be doing a thing, right? They seem to be going into that direction.
Potentially.
Like, oh, Yasuhashi, it's okay. She literally puts his hand on his cheek. Is that not romantic? If Link did that to Yang, would people not be like...
Oh, yeah.
Right? And so it's sort of one of those things where, ooh, Velvet has pretty rabbit ears. You know, Velvet is a cute girl. He's like, smiles goofily at her. He calls her by a nickname. And to be fair, Coco also does that, but Coco's also the jock, and she's like, good shit, Fox, and like slaps his ass, right? And so it's a bit different.
Also, you know, Velvet, Coco, V, I don't know, it's quicker.
Yeah, and so it's all that.
Realistically, what Coco already sounds like a nickname.
Yeah.
So
Yatsu, right?
Fox,
they call him
you can't
Yatsu.
Yatsuhashi. Although Yatsuhashi, like, it just cuts down, especially
here's
in
my thing. I know people are like, oh, it's the big dude with the small girl. How much more boring can you get? But, like, it's like,
First off, size differences in...
You know
I feel like I can tell you're more passionate about Yatsu and Velvet, because this is a video about Coco, and
I know,
you're talking more about
them. Because there's discourse about, oh, she should have ended up with Velvet. This is so boring. Why would they do this? And I'm like, guys... First of all, some of you guys aren't gay,
crazy.
Okay? And so I don't want to take personal offense, but I'm like, why are all of these? There's something wrong, I think, with a bunch of straight dudes campaigning for the two lesbians, and it's like there's either one of two things: like you're a really strong ally, and it's fine, but at the same time you have to stay in your lane, or you want them to be fetishized.
There's also a lot of fan fiction of Coco and Velvet, and they do work well together. One being like no nonsense, and one being more
But the
me.
thing is, like I find it personally uncomfortable how much people are sort of like. I don't want to say the straight people, but I'm like, you guys should try to listen to the gay people in the community, and they're like, no, like, she doesn't need to be in a relationship for her to be valid. Like, she doesn't need to be in a relationship for her to be in a valid.
And it doesn't seem that she's being in a relationship with any character that we know.
Yeah, and she was like, I don't need a girlfriend right now. I need to know how to fight, and I think that's valid.
Although that might have been situational and not.
And it annoys me, though, that people online are sort of like, saying that this doesn't count. Like, oh, it doesn't count because she didn't get with Velvet because they're not showing a gay relationship. It doesn't count as gay representation. And I don't agree with that. I don't think that you necessarily need to portray a gay relationship
You do need to make them gay. Like,
you need to make them gay.
You can't Dumbledore this shit.
You know what
when
I mean?
It's only like, oh, she said it once.
That personally makes me uncomfortable, and it just depends on the situation. But with what I've seen online, like not specific like sites or anything, but let's say on Tumblr, for example, if it's a bunch of like, I don't know, I feel it's weird, like, because in my head I imagine a bunch of straight guys talking in a room like, oh, well, why didn't they make Velvet gay? Like, no, not everybody too. I feel like it's like...
Well, the only one who they brought up really their sexuality was Coco. But it makes sense, like, for Coco's character that she's very boisterous and jockey, and she would hit on people.
Here's the other thing.
Like, it doesn't make sense for Fox or Yatsuhashi or Velvet to hit on people.
In my opinion, here's the thing, is
that I think people jump to conclusions. They saw the chapter where Velvet was sort of obsessing over Coco and jumped to, oh, Velvet's gay, right? And I think that was, I know why people did that,
Yeah.
I understand, but at the end of the day, that interpretation was wrong. She's idolizing Coco because she was bullied while Coco was popular. Like, that's
or
sort
just
of
like
the
she
dynamic
wanted
they
to be
had.
the popular
Wanted to be
girl.
popular, wanted to be the one that's so
And
good
it's
at
not,
combat.
and it's
so
not
strong at
impossible
combat.
that won't happen either later, but
Yeah.
within the confines of that book, not really.
So that bothers me. I don't think that they need to be in a relationship together. And so you guys can tell, I don't exclusively ship something, right? Like, if you guys have seen our shipping videos, I am a multi-shipper. I ship multiple things at once. And so people were surprised when I was like, no, I'm not going to do a Fox and Yasuhashi video. I'm not going to do another Coco and Velvet video because the canon ship in the book seems to be Velvet and
Okay,
Yasuhashi.
I wouldn't suggest that. I just feel
like,
like
they didn't
no.
kiss.
Well,
okay, nothing like that
Yasuhashi
happened.
is just like
It
that with
seems like
everyone.
no. It
He's
seems
like that
they're
with
going
the
in that
trees.
He doesn't say that Coco's pretty though. He's like, oh, Velvet has pretty ears. He has a
I guess
goofy
that's
smile
true.
at
But
her.
it's also like
She
it's
puts
also
her
this,
hand on his cheek.
it's
on
also
her.
the situation to an extent. Like I agree with you
I-
that it's something there, but I don't think it's as aggressive as you're portraying it.
As I read it, I picked up on every single like little interaction they had, and I'm like, that's romantic. And it's sort of like Renora, in my opinion. It's something that is unspoken.
But
between
Renora
them
was,
right
but
now.
no, but they mentioned it in Renora. There was like, ah, you have a girlfriend like that. They mentioned
They
it.
didn't really go that far with it.
I
Like,
think
they held
they did.
hands, and that
No,
was a
handsome,
confirmation.
but
That
not
was like
handsome.
volume 4.
You know, you're like it.
You know
I
what I
don't
mean?
know.
And so I feel like
I
that.
feel like it was a little more.
This
on
is
the
on
nose
its
with
way
Renora.
to being confirmed. And
I think it's on its way.
And the other-
Potentially.
here's the other thing, is that RWBY Amity Arena had tweeted back because they wrote something
Yeah,
in their
I saw
copyright, in their hot fix notes or something like, oh, Velvet does like Yasuhashi, but not as much that she should be copying his voice line. And I was like, okay, but does she like Yasu, or does she like Yasu? And so the After the Fall people were like, oh, or the Amity Arena
Yeah.
people were like, oh, you'll get the answer to that in After the Fall.
But
that
what-
implies to me that we did see the answer.
Or,
She does
or,
like him.
Or
like
is
him.
it also just like, hey, also do that because we need to promote a book
But
and
I'm
make
one
money?
of their influencers, so they wouldn't need to do that for me. You know
Not
what I mean?
necessarily,
Like, they wouldn't need to be
but-
like, Cal, also buy the book. Like, go
Well,
check out
maybe
the book.
I'll-
They don't need to
But
tell
then
me
if
that.
it's an
I know how to do
if
that.
it's an interaction, then it becomes a thing. So it's telling people. Here's the thing. I think you think it's like halfway there,
Yeah,
and I
it is
think-
halfway there.
and I think it's like 1/5 the way there.
That's a little, at least a quarter, Hunter. They're
I
touching,
think it's 1/5.
they're touching their faces and all that stuff.
But it's
Like,
also
isn't
like
that-
Coco's also smacking Fox's
I
ass.
know, but
But I
that's
don't think that
Coco's
counts.
the jock lesbian. That's the thing. It's like Blake and Yang, okay, in RWBY.
But
like,
that's
they,
the
like,
thing.
They're like,
Yeah, but
they do
here's the
this
thing.
touchy thing.
Coco
like-
is the jock lesbian, and Yatsuhashi's mushy to everyone. Is how I feel.
Yeah, but I don't
And
think
so
he's
I feel
that
like-
mushy.
and so
he
I
doesn't
feel
call
like-
anyone else pretty. He says that Velvet has pretty rabbit ears.
typically you don't have like other people. Well, I think one they wanted to show him that he was like, oh, he's not biased
He's
about
not
people's
racist.
ears, and it's also like his first reaction to Velvet.
He also checks out her ass by very innocently, but
Well,
also by
I think
accident.
that's Velvet's like thinks he's checking that, but really, but that's the
I
thing.
know,
He's
it's
so
blushing
innocent.
and all
He's
that.
not.
It's
It's not
so
sexual
cute.
for him. He's
I know.
like, does he have a tail?
Anyway, I know this video was supposed to be about Coco, but the only reason why I mentioned this is because there's now discourse around Velvet seemingly taking, like,
I can
them
tell-
being interested in
I
each
can
other.
tell you want to talk more about
I'm
Velvet.
strongly
and-
against the discourse, is what I'm trying to say. Coco doesn't need to be in a relationship
with
to be
that,
valid.
yes,
They
yes,
don't need to be
that's
in a
true.
relationship with each other to be
Mhm.
valid either. And it's like, I feel like, I get when people are like, well, all the
Kinda.
parents in RWBY are straight. They could have, like, made, like, Blake's parents gay and showed a gay relationship.
Well,
and I'm like,
not Saffron and Terracotta.
yeah, and so they're obviously, like,
Yeah,
they're
and
together,
their
and they
parents.
have
I
a
mean,
kid,
not
and it's
the
sort of
parents,
one of
but
those
their
things
parents.
where it's like, I don't know, I feel like there's people being woke, and this is like a woke overreaction, if
I
that
don't know.
makes sense.
I also
sometimes.
don't think it's as. I mean, I think you just get the fire hose more than most people.
Yeah, I mean, I've just seen a lot of it. Like, some of it happened in my Discord server, so I was just like, really, guys, is this what we're talking about? Like, you know what I mean?
But I honestly, after reading that book, like I like Velvet and Yatsuhashi works, but I feel like after reading that book, my thing is just like I want to keep them all individual, like not have them be coupled. Like I
don't
almost.
want Fox
like
and
them.
Coco to end up together, obviously, because she's gay. But it's like, what if like Fox and Coco are just like the bro Like, they're just the bros, and then they're happy for, like, Yasuhashi and Velvet. I think
But
that's fine.
that could work too. Honestly, I just feel like with that, it's more like Yasuhashi. I feel like he's just like
And that means there's so many cool things that they can do with Coco and, like, have a girl friendship. Because when you think about it, right, they haven't really had, like, oh, like, let's, you know, Coco can help. No. Like, Coco can, like, help her go on a date with Yasuhashi and, like, all that sort of stuff. Because Coco's a fashionista.
Yeah.
But with Weiss and RWBY, that didn't really happen, even though RWBY was like, let's talk about boys and all that stuff. That didn't happen. And then with Yang and Blake, they're together. So it would have to outsource, the female friendship would have to be outsourced to Weiss and RWBY at that
Whether
point.
or not what happens with Yatsu and Velvet, Coco is gay.
Yeah, and so that's what I'm saying. That's what matters. And so it bugs me when people are acting like, oh, well, if they're not in a relationship, it doesn't matter. They should show gay relationships, not just gay characters. And I get that, but I'm also like, this is
They have
fine.
shown gay relationships.
It is fine.
And this is fine. She can just be what she wants to be. It's all
Like,
good.
I have to explain this, but I'm like, they have to be biologically related to the parents to some extent. Like, for Weiss's whole arc to work, she has to biologically be a schnee. Like, her storyline wouldn't work if she was adopted by two gay parents. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, not to the extent, because it's
I've
all
seen
about
stuff doing
Joss
the
is
same-
not a schnee, she is a schnee. Like, that is the whole
I've also
sort of thing
I've also
that she
seen
says.
stuff that like
Dust infusion, we know all of that
freaky
stuff.
weird stuff.
But yeah, I was just like, they have to be, like, some of the parents need to be straight for the sake of the plot. The only ones that could have been gender bent would have been Callie and Gira, I guess. Like, you could have made Gira a woman if you really wanted
You can
to.
make them transgender as well. You can have
Yeah.
that as an option.
And so, like,
They still exist.
I was just saying, like, when it comes to Summer and Raven and all of that stuff, it'd be really shitty if, like, Ty and Raven were in a gay relationship and then she abandoned her son, because that's not good representation. What are we
Ty
trying to say?
and Raven were in a gay relationship.
Yeah, so say that Ty was a man and then Raven was a man instead
Okay.
of a woman, if you wanted to make them gay.
Yeah.
I was trying to explain to someone that having, like, one of the gay men in the show abandon their child
I
probably
feel
wouldn't be the best way to start off that representation. Or if Summer was a man,
Well, it's
to have
okay.
him be dead.
The thing is,
Then you have a dead gay and a shitty parent
my
gay.
my
Do you know what I'm
argument my
saying?
argument with that is that, like, it's fine if you make them gay and a shitty person, but just don't make them the only gay and don't make gay people only the shitty villains.
Yeah, and
Have
so
some
I feel like that would
diversity.
be a problem if Yang was just like, oh, my other dad was absent because he was grieving my mother's death, and also my other dad left me and abandoned me. It's just like, what are you saying there? So, you know, it has to be a little bit delicate, and I feel like they did a good job with Coco, and I feel like people should shut the fuck up. But that's just
It works with her character. I think just her, like, announcing the homosexuality works within her, like, flirtatiousness and her jock-like
can't
attitude.
believe I thought you were cute. Like, I just
Yeah.
really love that line. But yeah.
Go read the book.
So that's the
Okay.
Coco discourse.
Yes.
But yeah, she is gay. We are very happy. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about
She's
the
a
discourse
good
stuff because I
character.
feel like that, to some extent, like, because people know that we're one of the LGBT YouTubers and that we talk about these topics on the regular, so I just thought that it's like, if I can use my platform to do something, it would be like for you guys to be like, shut the fuck up, don't do that. You know-
She's delusional.
Anyway, you know what I mean. So yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. We will see you later. Bye.
I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. I'm just going to take a moment here to thank our patrons over on Patreon and our Discord server moderators who are a part of our community. Pal Pals at the $2 tier get exclusive access to our video scripts. They get exclusive access to our schedules, updates, polls, the live podcast, and the chat to ask questions for our monthly Q&A. They also get a name feature at the end of every video. At the beginning of every month, Cal Pals will be able to vote for me to watch the first episode of whatever anime or cartoon that they want. This encourages us to watch some cool new anime that maybe we've never seen before, and if we enjoy it enough, we may put it up in a poll to replace one of our weekly show rotations. The Caterpillars at the $5 tier have access to all previous rewards, and they also have access to our videos a week in advance early access, so that's a week early before they are released onto YouTube. And there's also a special reward. Patrons at this tier will get access to an exclusive reaction series that'll be posted for patrons and patrons only. It will not be public to YouTube until after it's finished and another Patreon exclusive series has started. So basically, the patrons get their own anime reaction series of whatever anime that they vote for, and it's just for them. It won't be on YouTube, so it's totally for patrons and to the benefit of all of the wonderful patrons who support us at this tier. The Calxiyn have access to all previous rewards, exclusive access to our videos as soon as they're ready, and so in the past this has been, say, 14 days, so 2 weeks in advance, sometimes 30 days in advance, so like a month early, sometimes they've been 60 days in advance, so imagine getting to watch the videos on our channel basically 2 months before anyone else, because it does happen depending on how much Hunter and I pre-record in advance. They also have the ability to invite one of their friends into the Discord server without them needing to pledge on Patreon, so if you have a friend that loves the cartoons that we react to, or the anime we react to, or, the video games, cartoons, and anime we do discussion videos on, you can bring them as a part of our community without them having to need to pledge. But they also get a special reward, and this is 3 video tickets. So these can be used to request videos. 1 ticket equals 10 minutes, so if you guys have seen, we've done a lot of shipping video requests, we've done a lot of reaction requests that say pay Patreon video in the brackets, and so those are videos that patrons have used their tickets on to get us to do for them. The Calzones have access to the Calzone, which is a special reward for this tier that I'll explain in a moment, but they get access to all previous rewards. They get 6 video tickets, which would be long enough for, say, 2 anime episode reactions, or 6 10-minute videos, so 6 shipping videos, for example, 6 discussion videos if they're all 10 minutes long, and they also have the ability to invite 2 of their friends into the Discord server without them needing to pledge on Patreon. And they will also get access to the VIP chat since they are a VIP, and so that is where the Calzone comes in. The Calzone is our VIP text chat on Discord. We also do a monthly VIP-only voice call. Let's just take a small break here to thank the moderators on my Discord server. So they obviously help out a lot with moderating and setting up events for the community and just being, generally good parts of the community to have around. So I just wanted to include this little bit in between all the patrons to just sort of thank them for their work, thank them for helping out in my community, and all that sort of stuff. The Calxiyn have access to all previous rewards, 15 video tickets, the ability to add me as a friend on Discord so I can go ahead and make a private group chat with them so they have direct private access to us, the ability to invite 3 of their friends onto the Discord server without them needing to pledge on Patreon. Those friends will also get access to the VIP chat as well, and their special reward is auto-hosting their live streams on my Twitch and being able to promote their videos in the Discord server. The Catastrophes have access to all previous rewards, 30 video tickets, access to my private Instagram, Snapchat, and a private group with just Hunter and I. They have the ability to invite 5 of their friends into the Discord server without them needing to pledge over on Patreon, and those friends will also get access to the VIP chat, since at the $100 tier you are of course a VIP. For the special reward, we would make videos and collaborate together, so we could write the script together, record the lines together, edit and post the video on my channel. They would be sort of credited, and all of their links would be posted in the description and all of that normal stuff that you would expect from a collaboration like this. But obviously it is a very special project because it would be, from a patron, it would be sort of a community project, and that's why it's one of my favorite special rewards. So again, one big thank you to all the patrons over on Patreon who help keep the channel alive. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.